Hey, in this video I'm working with the Smoking Spaceman, the 10 robot, and I'm going to be adding a laser module into its hand. I chose to put it in the left hand because I think left-handed people maybe are a little edgier, a little scarier. So here's the laser module I've got here. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty powerful. You wouldn't want to shine it in your eye, but I think it'll be okay just for playing around what we're going to do. I'm going to drill some holes into this robot's hand here. I think I'm going to mount the robot, the laser, like right in here and route the wires into the arm and up into the body here. So I'm going to drill a hole here for the wiring and then another hole here where it comes out at the shoulder. But one thing about these laser modules here, this one's got a metal case, and the metal case is actually connected to the positive of the diode module. And this robot is negative ground, so I'm going to have to insulate it. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a piece of heat shrink over the laser module and shrink that down. And I want to test that again after I shrink it, just make sure I haven't damaged the module before I proceed. So I got some heat shrink here, and I got a heat gun. I'll just shrink the tubing over it to form an insulator. And now I'm going to test it and make sure it still works. Because if it doesn't, I'll have to go get another module to see if it still works. Yep, still functioning. Okay, so now this is what it looks like now. It's got a heat shrink coating around it. It's protected. So that's good to go. Now I'm going to see if I can get a hole drilled in here on the inside of this robot's arm. Let's see here. Just trying to estimate about where I want the wiring to be and everything. And then I'm going to have to, when I drill the two holes, I'm going to have to fish a firm wire up in there to try to get the wire. So this metal is very soft, so it's pretty easy to drill. Already got that one drilled. So you can see there's a hole right there where the wire is going to go in. And now I'm just going to have to drill one in the back here. And these arms are positionable, so you can move them around a little, which is convenient for my drilling here. I've got all kinds of wires I have to try to avoid. This one's going to be a little tricky to get at with the, I need a much longer drill bit. And the last thing I want to do is snag a bunch of these wires with my drill. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, I'm just going to go in on the top there. Okay, I've got the wiring holes made. Now the fun part is to try and get a wire through both holes. Sometimes it just happens and sometimes you have to work at it. Pretty sure I'm going to be working at it here today. One way to do it is form a fine, like a U-shaped wire, and stick it through one hole, and then run the wire in and then pull it out from the back. Okay, I got kind of lucky. I just kept pushing the wire in, and I've got the wire just barely poking out, so I have to be careful not to how I pull it. So here we go. Got the wire all the way through. So this is just the wire I'm going to use to pull my other wire. So then I have, I'm just going to tape these wires to that and use it to guide it all the way through. Got a little bit of tape here. Since I've got two wires, what I'm going to do is just pull one wire through, and then when I get the one wire through, then I'll tape the other one to it. That way I don't have to try to get everything through at the same time. And the wires are plenty long enough to handle that. All right, there's the first wire. So you can see it made it out this end. Now I'm just going to take another piece of tape and tape the gray wire to the orange wire. And you don't want a big amount of tape to get on. It's hard to get that through the hole. So got that. Now I'm going to pull the orange wire and coax the gray one to follow along. I can see it right there. Come on, there we go. So now I've got both the orange and the gray. So now all I'm going to do is glue this on here. And there's a lot of ways I could do it with hot melt glue, epoxy. I think this time I'm going to use CA glue, cyanoacrylate. Okay, this is what I'm planning to use. I just got this at Home Depot not long ago, so it should be still good. So I'm going to glue this onto here. I'm going to lay the robot down on its side where I can see what I'm doing a little better. And hopefully you can see it too. So I want to protect the wiring. So I've got that back sort of far. And this is a accelerator to force the glue to cure immediately when it hits. I'm going to put a generous bead of that on there. And then hit it with the accelerator. Just one drop usually starts the process. Oh yeah, I couldn't. I'm gonna go ahead and put one more drop on the wiring there, just to seal that up. Yeah, that module's on there now. That's the laser module. It's in his hand, of his left hand. And I've got the wiring up here coming out of the shoulder. So what I want to do there, that's also got some sharp edges. So what I'm going to do there is get a little heat shrink tubing and put in there to give that a little strain relief. Actually, I think I'm just going to CA glue it and wrap it around. I think it'd be less conspicuous. So I'm going to get some tape to hold the wire because I don't want to get my fingers near this glue when it's going on. So you can see I have the wiring there kind of pulled down. I'm going to pull it kind of tight to the back there, just so that it follows the form of the arm and doesn't stick out. But there it is, just barely. So I can just put some glue on that. And accelerate it. There we have it. So let's see. All right, I've got the laser module installed on the robot's left hand, and I want to test it before I go to wire it in to make sure it's working. So yeah, it looks like it's fine. Works great. So the robot just got a lot more dangerous now that it's wielding a laser module, and it's going to be pretty cool to see it walking around, swinging its arms, and having that laser beam flying all over the room. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please click like and subscribe if you want to follow along. I've got a whole series, a playlist of robotic modifications I'm doing on these toys. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you.